Hello guys, we're going to get started on lesson 4.3. So if you would please grab your enVision workbook where you are on page 182 and grab something to write with. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the video so we can start with that. But you're on page 182 in your enVision workbook, okay? All right, let's go ahead and listen to our video. We're going to be working on some more division.
How do you divide with 6 and 7? Think about this question during the lesson. There are 48 dogs entered in a dog show. The judge wants 6 dogs in each group. How many groups will there be?
What do you think? 48 dogs entered the dog show. The judge wants 6 dogs in each group. How many groups will there be? 6 times what will give you 48? You can think of it that way as well. We can also do 6, 6, and 6, and 6, and 6 until you get to 48 and see how many groups you have there too. Let's see what they do.
What operation should be used to solve this problem?
Okay, so we have the total number and we have how many are in each group. We just don't know how many groups there are. So can you remember what operation we're going to do? If we were together, I'd say, raise your hand. And you would be raising your hand and I would say, yes, you. And you would say, division. Good job.
Divide to find how many groups. How do you know you should divide to solve this problem? The judge wants to have an equal number of dogs in each group, so the total number of dogs should be divided equally to find how many groups there will be. What number times 6 is 48?
Select your answer.
All right, so if we know what 6 times 5 is, 6 times 5 is 30, and we need to get up to 48. So 6 times 5 is 30, then 6 more would be 36, so that now I'd be at 7, okay? 6 times, and then 6 more would be 42, and 6 more would be 48. Did I do that right? 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 7 is 42, 6 times 8 is 48.
Now that you found the multiplication sentence, what is the division sentence?
Okay, so the factor and the quotient are going to be the same. They're both going to be 8.
Why do you use multiplication to help you divide? Multiplication and division are opposite operations. When you multiply, you combine equal groups to find the total. When you divide, you take the total and separate it into equal groups. What other operation could you use to solve this problem? You could use subtraction. You could subtract 6 from 48 8 times. Another dog was entered. There will now be 7 dogs in each group. How many groups will there be now? What number times 7 is 49?
Select your answer.
All right, so 7 times 5 is 35, and 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 would be 49, so it would be 7.
Now that you found the multiplication sentence, what is the division sentence? There will be 7 groups. Why are there fewer groups when there are 49 dogs signed up? There will be 7 groups. The number of dogs in each group increased from 6 dogs to 7 dogs. If you increase the size of the group, you will decrease the number of groups.
Ooh, that's an important one to talk about.
Now you know how to multiply with 6 and 7.
Oh, I was hoping she would let us wait for a second. Let's go back to that for a second.
Now you know how to multiply with 6 and 7.
Okay.
The number of dogs in each group increased from 6 dogs to 7 dogs. If you increase the size of the group, you will decrease the number of groups.
Okay, so we can do that either way. If we decrease the size of the group, we will increase the number of groups. Okay, so be thinking about that concept as we continue on. All right, we are going to grab our pencil or pen. We're going to write on page 182. Let me get the camera real quick. Right, here it comes. All right, so we are on, I tried to put this light on thinking it might help, but this is better, isn't it? Okay, so if we go to convince me, draw a bar diagram using the numbers 36, 6, and 6. Write the division fact and the related multiplication fact that your bar diagram shows. Okay, so we need a bar diagram. All right, so 36 is the total. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, and so I have 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 6 in each box, like that. All right, so if we do our division fact, the total is 36 divided into how many groups? 6 groups will give you how many in each group? 6 in each group. Okay, so if we know 36 divided by 6 is 6, then we can do the multiplication fact. 6 times 6 equals 36. All right, so we did our bar diagram using 6, and 6, and 36. We wrote our division fact and our multiplication fact. We're all done. All right, let's go to the guided practice on page 183. Let's go to number 1. Get nice and close so we can see it. Okay. How can you tell without dividing that 42 divided by 6 will be greater than 42 divided by 7? How can you tell without dividing that 42 divided by 6 will be greater than 42 divided by 7? Okay, so we can say the number in each group will be higher if the number of groups is lower, or vice versa. Okay, so remember we just talked about that in the video. If 6 is less than 7, we know there's going to be more groups. If we have 7 in each group, we know there are going to be less groups. All right, so go ahead and pause if you need to get that written down. All right, number 2, how can 8 times 6 equal 48? Help you divide 48 by 6. Okay, how does it help? Because if we know 8 times 6 equals 48, then we know that 48 divided by 6 will equal 8. They are a fact family. Okay, go ahead and pause and get that all written down if you need to. You'll probably need some time to get that written down. That was a lot to write. All right, if you haven't written those down, I'd like you to push pause right now. Get those written down before we go to number 3. Okay. In numbers 3 through 8, write the related multiplication fact and then find the quotient. What is the quotient? Do you remember what the quotient is? It's this answer, the answer to a division problem. Okay. In multiplication, it's called a product. In division, it's called a quotient. So 36 divided by 6. If we have 6 groups of something, they will equal 36. So if we do, let's just write up here in some little room here that we have up here. If I know 6 times 5, because skip counting by 5 is a lot easier, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I've got 30. Okay, that's 5 groups of 6. Now, if I need to get to 36, I need one more group. And so that means it's going to be 6. So the 6 is the factor, and it's the quotient. All right, let's do the multiplication problem that will help us with 42 divided by 6. 6 times what will equal 42? Well, if we already said 6 times 6 equals 36, if I add 6 more, that's going to equal 42. So I can take this 6, add 1 more, and now that means we had 7 of them. So 7 is our quotient and our factor. Okay, go ahead and get those written down. Push pause if you need to. All right. So if we just did 42 divided by 6 equals 7, and we come to this problem, 42 divided by 7, we know that's a fact family, don't we? So we know that 7 times what will equal 42? Well, we know that it's got to be 6, because these are the fact families in one family right here. It's everyone in the fact family. All right, 18 divided by 6, or 6 times what equals 18? So if we add 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 plus 6 more would be 18. So we need 3 groups of 6 to get 18. Now, this is the same problem as this problem. 24 divided by 6, this is what maybe people call the old-fashioned way, but it's using the house. So 24 divided by 6 will equal what? Well, 6 times what will equal 24? 6 plus 6 equals 12, plus 6 equals 18, plus 6 equals 24. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put the 4 up here. 30 divided by 6, we always say what's in the house first. 30 divided by 6 is the same as 6 times what equals 30. So if we do 6 plus 6 equals 12, plus 6 equals 18. 18 plus 6 equals 24, plus 6 equals 30, and we're at 30, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sixes, 5 groups of 6 will give you 30. All right, go ahead and press pause and get all of this written down. All right, so last time we did the odds. So this time we're going to do the evens. So we're going to go to our independent practice, okay? And we're going to circle all of the even numbers. Now, how do we know if a number is even? Okay, we know that 0 is even, because if I have 0 in this hand and 0 in this hand, nothing and nothing are the same. Okay, so 0 is even, Okay, if I say, is 1 odd or even? Looks like he's odd. He doesn't have a dance partner over here. How about 2? They have a dance partner, so they're even Steven. How about 3? There's nobody else for the third one to dance with. 4, they're both partners. So we've got 0, 2, 4. Okay, so we've got 4. What if we have 5? We've got one guy who doesn't have a partner. How about 6? That guy has a partner. How about 7? No partner, not even. It's an odd. How about 8? They're partners, aren't they? How about 9? We've got an oddball here. How about 10? Everybody has a dance partner there. So we can remember that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If your number ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's even. Right? So let's look. 10. Well, we can do the count if we had to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody has a dance partner. Okay, so we're going to be doing 10. Next would be 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to do on this page. Way less than usual, right? I've lowered down how many we're going to do. You're certainly welcome to practice these that we aren't doing, because that would be a very good practice. All right, so leveled practice. In 9 through 20, use related multiplication and division facts to find the quotient. What is the quotient again? It is the answer to a division problem, isn't it? Okay. 21 divided by 3 equals what unknown number? What number times 3 is 21? So if we skip count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So how many did I have? 7. So 7 and 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Therefore, 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Go ahead and get that written down. All right, we're going to go to number 12. So 14 divided by 2, or 2 times what number equals 14? Okay, so we can do our skip counting by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We have 7 fingers. You guys notice that my nails are looking terrible. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to bother my daughter to fix them for me. Maybe tomorrow. All right. So go ahead and get that written down. 2 times 7 equals 14, or 14 divided by 2 equals 7. All right. That should be enough time. Let's go to 14. 6 times what number is going to equal 60? Because it says 60 divided by 6. Now we see a 0 here. What number could that have possibly been? Think about that. If I do 6 times 5 and I skip count, I get to 30. And 30 plus 30 would equal 60. So that means this would be doubled. 5 plus 5 would equal 10. 6 times 10 equals 60. Go ahead and pause if you need to. We're going to go to number 6. 6 divided by 6. 6 times what equals 6? Now that should be a fairly easy one because we've already learned the identity property. It says that 1 times any number will be that number. So we know that 6 times what will still be 6. It can't be 0, is it? Because 6 times 0 is always 0. So 6 times 1. 6 times 1 will be 6. All right. Pause if you need to. We're going to move on to 18. Find 49 divided by 7. Okay, 49 divided by 7, or 7 times what equals 49? Okay, we know that 7 times 5 we can do because skip counting by 5 is easy. So we can do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so that's 35, and we need to get up to 49. So if I have 35 plus 7 more, it's going to be 42. Plus 7 more is going to be 49. So that's 5, 6, 7. Therefore, 7 times 7 is 49, and 49 divided by 7 is 7. All right, find 35 divided by 7. 35 divided by 7 equals what? Kind of like this problem that we just had here. 7 times what equals 35? Well, it ends with a 5, so I think I can skip count by 5. Let's try. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Oh, it worked. 5 of them. All right, make sure you have everything written down from this page. You can push pause if you need more time. All right, we're going to skip over to page 184. And we are only doing the even numbers. So we look at the second number, 1. We know 1 is odd. So we have 22, 24, and 26. We only have 3 more problems to go. All right. There are 35 new tires. Each truck will get 6 tires plus 1 tire for a spare. How many trucks will get new tires? Okay, so 6 tires plus 1 for spare. So every truck's getting 7. They're getting 7 tires. How many trucks are going to get them? We don't know, but the total tires is 35. So 35 divided by 7. Since this ends in a 5, I'm going to try to skip count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it does work. Skip counting by 5. All right. So 5 trucks can get new tires. Go ahead and get that written down. Pause if you need to. Okay, before we go to 24, I just wanted to jog over here for 23. It says, explain the mistake in the fact family below. Give the correct fact. So we have 4 times 7 equals 28, and 7 times 4 equals 28. 7 divided by 4 equals 28, and 28 divided by 7 equals 4. What is wrong? Okay, we can't divide 7 by 4 and get this big of a number. We always need to have the bigger number at the beginning to divide. We need all the pieces we can get to divide. So that's why it wouldn't work. All right, we're going to scooch over to 24. Gloria mowed 7 lawns and earned $56. She was paid the same amount for each lawn. How much money did Gloria earn for mowing each lawn? Write an equation to represent this problem. Okay, so she has $56. And it was 7 lawns that she had to mow. So how much was each lawn? How much did she get paid for each one? Or 7 times what equals 56? Okay, so we just did 7 times 7 several times. So 7 times 7 is 49. Okay, plus 7 more would be 56. So that's 8 groups of 7. Or 7 groups of 8. Okay, go ahead and push pause if you need to. All right, we're going to come down to number 26. So we're going to be using these beads. There's one package of 7 red beads, there's one package of 6 green beads, and there's one package of 5 gold beads. All right. Cassidy buys only green beads to make a necklace. She buys the exact number of beads that she needs. Which of the following bead amounts could she have bought? Choose all that apply. Okay, so she buys the exact, she only buys green ones to make a necklace. She buys the exact number of beads that she needs. One package is 6 green beads. All right. So 6 times 1, let's do 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. And 6 times 7 is 42. We could keep going, but let's see if that's enough. All right, 42. So 7 times 8 is 56. Oh, I skipped 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 10 is 70. All right. Could she get 46 beads? 42 to 49. Nope, that wouldn't work. How about 36 beads? Yes, she could get 36 beads. How about 26 beads? Do we see that? No. How about 24 beads? Oh, there it is, 24. How about 16? You see 16 in there? Nope. So we just have those two. All right, make sure everything's written down in your book. If you need to go back, that's fine too. Go back and get it written down. We're going to go over to our homework and get ready for what we're going to be working on tonight. So it says, or today. What it says here is, Martha has 63 pine trees to plant on a plot of land. The owner wants 7 rows of trees. How many trees should Martha plant in each row? So she shows that there are 63 and there's 7 rows. So if she skip counts by 7 to get to 63, she will do that 9 times. So there will be 9 trees in each row. So find 63 divided by 7. What number times 7 is 63? 9 times 7 is 63. You can divide to find how many total trees in each row. 63 divided by 7 equals 9. There will be 9 trees in each row. All right, we're going to go to number 2. Draw a bar diagram to find the quotient. What is the quotient? It's the answer to multiplication. So find 36 divided by 6. We need to draw a bar diagram. We're going to have 6 groups in our bar diagram. How many are in? Excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze. How many are in each group? Okay, we're going to do number 2. We're going to do number 4. We're going to do number 6. We're going to do number 8, 10, and 12 on this side. Okay? Find 36 divided by 6. Draw a bar diagram. This one says find the quotient, which is the answer. If you need to do the multiplication, that's fine too. 28 divided by 7. 54 divided by 6. 56 divided by 7. 49 divided by 7. Divide 7 by 7. All right, make sure you have all of the evens circled. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then on the back, we're going to do 14, 16, and 18. 14, 16, 18. All right, make sure you get those answered. And if you want to do the others for good practice, that's totally fine too. It will just make you smarter. That's all it will do. All right, 14, 16, and 18. So you have 3 on this page and 2, 4, 6 on that page. So you have 9 problems all together. If you could please have your homework done, that would help us out a tremendous amount so that we can keep working, keep learning, and keep moving on in our book before Christmas break. So that would be very important for us to keep learning. Let me find you. There you are. All right. So you're going to do your homework and make sure it's all finished so that we can correct it tomorrow. And then I would suggest doing a little extra math with Mr. C, doing your math facts. And then IXL, you have that whole list of starred assignments for topic 4 to work on. So you can go to work on that after you're done with this lesson. All right, guys, thank you so much. I think you did a great job. I want you to keep working. Don't give up. I think it's going to get easier and easier the more you do it. All right. I will see you tomorrow when we correct our math homework. Thanks, guys.